Hi everyone, welcome to video 6 in our series on setting up our Mac for neuroimaging analyses. In this video, I'm going to explain what a virtual environment is, walk us through setting up a virtual environment, and hopefully show you why we should be using them in our work in data science. Head to your internet browser of choosing, the neuroscientists read the docs, and to the virtual environments page. So a virtual environment is a self-contained directory that includes all of the packages and libraries you might need for a given project. So you might imagine you're involved in multiple studies, and in one study you're using Python 3.7, whereas in a different study you're using Python 3.8, purely based on the time at which you started running those studies. And so a virtual environment allows us to create directories in which all of the packages and libraries that we need for a given project are kept within a single environment, so that all the versions we need for everything are exactly how we need them to be for that given project or study. What's really nice is if you've heard about the reproducibility crisis, you know that there is this push to reproduce our results. And one way to help with that is by using virtual environments in our data analysis. So if we have all of our packages for a given project in the exact versions that we need them to be in, and then we share this environment with another, we can allow other individuals to reproduce our results without having to tell them exactly which version to download everything in to make sure that their environment matches ours. Because we know that there could be some slight differences in results if we use a different version of a given software. So in order to show you how easy this can be, we'll go ahead and open up our Visual Studio Code. And from there, we're going to follow these bread and butter commands to creating a virtual environment. And the very first thing we want to do is select a Python interpreter. So we can do that by hitting Command-Shift-P. And then here, because we want to create a virtual environment using Conda, we'll activate this Conda base interpreter. And in order to refresh, we're going to have to close this terminal, hit Control-tilde, and here you can see that we've activated the Conda base. And now, let's say I want to create a virtual environment for my dissertation analysis, and I want to call it Ph.D. I can write this command, Conda create name, and I'm going to call it Ph.D. And I want the Python 3.8 version. And I'm probably going to need NumPy for these analyses. So let's go ahead and add that into my virtual environment. Cool. Awesome. You can see NumPy is right there. So we want to hit yes for proceeding. So I'm not going to show you how to install a package, but what you would just do is you would, after activating your environment, you would install whatever packages you might need. So here it tells you exactly what to do. So you can even copy this and paste it in there. So I want to activate that Conda environment. And here you can see that it has been activated. And so maybe let's just to show you. So now the environment is activated. So I'm going to write Conda, and maybe I also need pandas. So let's go ahead and add that package in, and tells you pandas, which version it has added. And so you want to just give it permission. So we're going to hit yes. And this should go pretty quick. Yep, perfect. And then now, let's say you wanted to get a list of all the environments that you have on your computer. So you can write Conda environment list. And here you can see that I have a Ph.D. environment that I just created, and I also have a neuroscientist environment. Fantastic. Now let's say you wanted to export this environment. What we would do is just write Conda env export environment.yml, enter, sweet. And so you could pass this along to someone else, this environment.yml file, and they can duplicate this current environment in their local machine. And now let's say you want to just exit the environment. All you have to write is conda deactivate. And you can see it goes back to base. All right, one last thing to remember is that our virtual environments will, made through using Conda, will live in the opt Anaconda 3 environments directory. You can also create virtual environments using Python and pip. However, with Conda, if you wanted to create a virtual environment for other languages besides Python, you're able to do that. So this is kind of a nice thing about using Conda over pip. All right, so in this video, we talked about what a virtual environment is, created a virtual environment, and saw that it was very easy to do. In the next video, I'll walk us through customization of our terminal involving different themes as well as different plugins. So I'll see you then.